Hello and welcome to Pokémon Platinum, but also Pokémon Ultramoon because I realized, hey, I have two 3DSs with capture mods in them, and I can use both. So here we are, with me using two of the exact same system at the same time to play two different games. Yeah, we gotta get through here, Pokemon Platinum, to get a whole bunch of different ribbons. Hey there, Outlander.
Hello there, it's so very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Rowan. However, everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before I go any further, is this your first adventure?
Not by a long shot.
If you need advice, I'm certainly capable of giving it.
It's kind of a shame we didn't need to do the Kanto remakes for ribbons, but, yeah.
This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Here, I have a Pokeball. Touch the button in the middle of the Pokeball, if you please.
This here is mandatory touchscreen use. And yeah, Outlander, that's right. It is faster in Platinum than it is in Diamond and Pearl. In fact, it's faster in Platinum than it is in Gen 5. At least once HP bars get to a certain length, because there's a bug that affects much of the series. And interestingly, Gen 2 is actually the slowest. Gen 1 is the fastest. And then after Gen 2, I think it was like... Or after Gen 1, I think it goes Gen 1 is the fastest, then Gen 3, 4, 5, and 2. But yeah, if you press the A button...
No, not that button. The button on the Pokeball.
Mandatory touchscreen use.
We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. What do? I conduct research so that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm a boy, but we're going to be playing as Dawn because she is, and this is a fact, cute. Even if she is not quite dressed for the weather with those exposed thighs.
All right, so you're a girl?
Like I said, no, but we're playing as one.
Tell me, what is your name?
And besides, in this whole ribbon run thing, we've had two games where we had to play as a boy, so might as well play as a girl for the second time. Get a little equality. Why am I saying Redmond? This is not Redmond. We gotta go Garnet.
Your name is Garnet.
Yeah, Outlander, I do agree. Both protagonists in Gen 4 do have great designs. I also am quite fond of Lyra's design too, so I guess 3 out of the 4 protag designs in Gen 4 I really appreciate. Ethan, I'm not the biggest fan of, but he's not offensive.
Okay, so you're Garnet. A fine name, that is. Now, this boy here, I believe he's your friend.
You believe wrong.
What might his name be?
His name is Barry. though it is fun to call him things like Lunkhead.
Barry, is it? That's your friend's name? All right, Garnet, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. On your journey, you will meet countless Pokémon and people. I'm sure that along the way you will discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now, go on, leap into the world of Pokémon.
Yeah, Outlander, the Gen 9 player characters, they skew a lot younger than most, aesthetically. Hang on. Pokemon are by our side always. I hope you will understand the meaning of those words. That was the comment left by Professor Rowan, who has returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. Does this advance on its own, or do I have to press a button? I have to press a button. That concludes our special program, Let's Ask Professor Rowan. Brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week, same time, same channel. So, Platinum does not begin with a tale of the Red Gyarados. But yeah, as I was saying, Gen 9 player characters skew aesthetically a little younger than most, which doesn't help them a whole lot. I still think they would have been totally fine if they let us actually customize our outfits and not just hats, eyewear, gloves, and shoes and socks. Like, the player character designs in Gen 9, Scarlet and Violet, they're fine. It's just the lack of customization that really holds them back. If we were able to wear, like, trendy clothes instead of a school uniform, they could have been perfectly fine. But no. Oh. There you are. Hey, Garnet, did you just see the TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan's that really important guy who studies Pokemon, right? That means he must have lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Oh, hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Oh, right. We're going to go see Professor Rowan and get some Pokemon. I'll be waiting outside. Okay, Garnet, if you're late, I'm finding you 10 million Poké-Dollars. Or, oh, yeah, people live alongside Pokemon in this world. The people that battle Pokemon are called Pokemon trainers. Wow, what an important document to have open on my PC at home all the time. Anyway, let's get that fast text speed. And battle style set. Let's see the different frames. Okay, we can go from this kind of brown color to a greenish brown, or blue, or red, or green, or a Pokeball flavored capsule, or blue with some Pokeballs for no reason, or a more classic style teal with Pokeballs at the corners, or grassy, or bricks, or metal, or checkered, or plaid, or this kind of toxic purple. Oh, a pretty contest-themed red. A cookie, flowery, actually classic, Gen 3 classic, or just kind of plain. I think I'm gonna go with this blue one. Yeah, Outlander, if you look at like close-up selfie photos that people have taken in the Gen 9 games, the characters are quite expressive. And that's really all you need. You need them to look expressive and not terrible. And then beyond there, everything's just down to the outfit, whether they actually show off their personalities. And school uniforms don't really show off a lot of personality. Garnet, Barry already left. I don't know what it was about, but he sure was in a hurry. Oh yes, Garnet, don't go into the tall grass. Wild Pokemon might attack you. It would be okay if you had your own Pokemon, but you don't, so... Well, take care, sweetie. So, we clearly didn't just move here. We're already settled in, we've got a friend, we've been here a while, clearly. And yet, our mom still chooses to tell us not to go into the tall grass because we don't have a Pokemon as soon as we leave the house. Does she just do that every time we leave the house? Thud. What was that about? Oh, hey, Garnet. Hey, I'm going to see Professor Rowan. You should come too, and quickly. Oh, geez, forgot something. Oh, hi, Garnet. Did you come calling on Barry? He was gone for a second, but then he came running right back home. He just can't sit still, that boy. I wonder who he takes after. I better take my bag and journal, too. Oh, hey, Garnet. I'll be waiting on the road. It's a 10 million Poké-Dollar fine if you're late. Oh, I just remembered something about this generation that we're going to have to deal with. And that something is saving a lot of data. Too slow. All right, let's get moving to Professor Rowan's lab. Dot, 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 dot. What? Don't go into the grass, right? No worries, no problem. Doesn't matter that we don't have any Pokemon. Trust me on this one. I've got an idea. Now listen, you know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into tall grass? So what you do is you scoot over to the next patch of grass before any wild Pokemon can appear. That's not at all how it works. If we just keep dashing, we can get to Sand Gym Town without running into wild Pokemon. Okay, stick with me. Okay, here goes. On your marks. Hold it. That was, hold it. You two don't seem to have any Pokemon between you. Then what is the meaning of going into the tall grass? Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Hey, Garnet, this old guy. It's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What's he doing here? They tried to go into the tall grass because they wanted Pokemon. What to do? Their world would surely change if they were to meet Pokemon. Is it right for me to put them on that path? Dot, 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 dot. You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? I better if I sunk as much money into the franchise as I have. Me too, I love Pokemon too. I will ask you once again. You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times. We love Pokemon. Right, Garnet? Yeah. A pair of reckless kids who foolishly try to enter tall grass without Pokemon of their own. It worries me what people like that would do with Pokemon. Well, I, dot, 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 dot. Well then, forget about me, but give a Pokemon to my friend here. I mean, it was me who tried to go into the tall grass and all. Exclamation point. How big of you. Very well then, I will entrust you two with Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me that you will never recklessly endanger yourselves again. Now then. Now where? Professor Rowan, you left your briefcase behind at the lake. Is something wrong here?
Ah, there it is. Lucas, nice work. What I was about to do was to entrust these two with their own Pokémon.
What? Those Pokemon are crucial. You're giving them away?
We exist side by side with Pokémon. There comes a time when people should meet Pokémon. There is a world that should be explored together. For them, today is that time, the place right here. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokémon.
Really? Professor Rowan? I can't believe it. I'm so happy now that I can't keep a straight face. Hey, Garnet, you can choose first. Hey, I'm practically a grown-up. I have to show some class here. Okay, so ordinarily, I would always, and I mean always, pick Piplup. But I'm not going to. Why is that? Because I don't want to use Ponyta and there are no other fire types. Actually, does Platinum fix that? I don't remember if Platinum fixes that. Either way, we're gonna go with Chimchar. And you'll note that I picked the right ball each time. But yeah, Piplup's my favorite, by a country mile. But in terms of utility, it is very hard to argue against Chimchar because fire strong. Platinum does fix the fire type issue somewhat. Let's see here. Just gonna do a quick search. Ah, Platinum adds in Magmar and Houndour and Flareon. Flareon's a non-option. And Houndour is past Veilstone, which is still a long way into the game. And you need Surf to get Magmar, which is still a pretty decently long time. So while it does kind of fix the fire type issue, there's more than just Ponyta. It's not enough and not early enough to make a big difference. So I think I'm still gonna go with Chimchar. And I mean, like, when it comes to availability of Pokemon with certain types, water types are a lot more available than fire types. So yeah, we're still going with Chimchar. Even though it is actually my least favorite of the three. Then I choose you. I'm picking this Piplup.
Very well. Both of you have chosen a good Pokemon, it seems. Now listen well. The Pokemon you have been entrusted with are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they're much like you. As fellow newcomers to the world, I hope you'll do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me at my lab in Sandgem Town. And now we'll be on our way.
Professor, wait for me! Sorry, folks. How do you like that? Professor Rowan's really nice. On TV, he seems so stern and scary. Garnet, we've both got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this? I've always wanted to say this. The time has finally come. Garnet, I challenge you to a battle. Okay, I think I might have to change it to mono audio, because I am not a fan of how the opponent Pokemon lives in my right ear and my Pokemon lives in my left ear. If I was playing without headphones, it would be actually totally fine. But with headphones, I just don't like it. Anyway, the UI for this game was designed with touchscreen use in mind. Some later games, I mean, the later games on DS and 3DS, were also designed with touchscreen use in mind, but here it was meant to be like the primary means of control, which is why all the buttons are big and available. What in the... That wouldn't hurt you. Barry, if you don't stop... No way, we can keep going. This is where we hit our stride. If you don't stop growling, there is no chance that you will win. Just for the record. You're gonna have to use pound eventually. There it is. So it looks like we're doing probably 1 damage with high rolls doing 2, and now we're probably stuck at 1s. But if we get a crit, we win on the spot. I don't think we lose unless he gets a crit at this point. Closer than I would have liked, but it worked. I'm not sure that it's such a good thing that we're getting a special attack heavy monkey here. It's not terrible, mind you, but Infernape definitely wants to be more of a physical attacker. Oh, cool. It auto advances through the post-battle dialogue, so I have to be paying attention if I want to read it. Ew, let's go home. I'm beat after that battle. My Pokemon needs rest too. See ya, Garnet. What's the matter, dear? Wow, that's what happened to you? You and Barry are lucky to have met Professor Rowan. Imagine if you didn't. I wouldn't like to think what the wild Pokemon might have done to you two. Garnet, go see Professor Rowan and thank him properly for your Pokemon. His lab is in Sandgem Town, isn't it? Now that you have your own Pokemon, the tall grass won't be so threatening. Oh, I know. Garnet, put these on. Yay, we got running shoes. Going to Sandgem Town is like an adventure in itself, right? With those running shoes, you can get to faraway places much faster. Okay, let me read the instructions. Press the B button and dash about faster than ever before. Put on the running shoes and blaze new trails of adventure. Well, isn't that just nifty? Oh, we got the new running indoors tech. That's a new feature that they did not manage to put in their running shoes by Gen 3. Also, the whole, imagine what those wild Pokemon might have done to you if you didn't stop or if Professor Rowan didn't find you or whatever. carries a lot more weight once you've seen what a Starly can do to your character in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because, like, yeah, before that game, I never really imagined a Starly or a Bidoof could do much of anything at all to me. But I guess they sure can, if you let them. Also, this game, the way it does scaling of 2D sprites so that it can have its semi-isometric viewpoint makes it so that sprites near the bottom of the screen get really distorted in funny ways. Like, it makes this guy look like he's got a huge nose. Whereas if we get closer to him, nope, it just goes right away. But when he's at the bottom of the screen, look at that schnoz. It's kind of amusing. Too slow. Garnet, I'm sick of waiting. I'm going to see Professor Rowan so I can thank him properly. So I had this great idea. Listen up, okay? You know that lake where we always play at? You know how they say a legendary Pokemon lives there? You guessed it. Let's catch that Pokemon. That'll make Professor Rowan happy. I'm sure of that. Me and you together, we've got nothing to fear. Do we have Pokeballs? How are we going to catch it without Pokeballs? That Pokemon battle, wasn't that wickedly fun or what? I mean, I'd pick the moves and my Pokemon would use them. Yeah, I'm going to battle tons and get real close with Pokemon. All right, we're at the lake. Get ready because we're capturing that legendary Pokemon. Trust me on this one, it's here. It even says so on the sign. Does it? I want to see. What's going on? The flowing time, the expanding space. I will make it all mine one day. Cyrus is my name. Remember it. Until then, sleep while you can, legendary Pokemon of the lake bed. Allow me to pass. Step aside. What was that about? Weird guy. Okay, Garnet, let's catch that legendary Pokemon. Mesprit noise. Or perhaps Mesprit noise. Because Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf is me spirit, you pixie, and us elf. Did you hear that, Garnet? Also, exclamation point. That was the legendary Pokemon crying. That had to be it. Okay, this is our chance. Let's catch it. Wait, what? We don't have anything on us. You know, Pokeballs. P-O-K accent E balls. If we don't have those, we can't catch a Pokemon or take them around with us. Do you think Professor Rowan would give us some if we asked him? You know, you remember what he said, don't you? He said to visit him in his lab if we needed anything. Okay, Garnet, I'll race you. First one to the professor's lab in Sandgem Town rules. Lake buried ahead. According to legend, this lake is home to the Pokemon said to be the being of emotion. It is because of this Pokemon that people can experience sorrow and joy. Okay, so it does say on the sign that there's a legendary Pokemon. Well, it doesn't call it legendary. It just says according to legend, it's there. And here's where I remember to actually change to mono audio so that we don't have wild Pokemon living in the right ear and my Pokemon living in the left ear. And also, let's check our Chimchar's info. Relaxed. I don't remember what relaxed is. Relaxed is plus defense minus speed. Infernape's pretty fast already, so it's not the worst. It's certainly not competitive. But hey, we could have done worse. Ah yes, invaluable advice, like if your Pokemon is hurt, heal it. You know, Gen 4 is the last generation where basically all of my friends actually played Pokemon games. And a lot of them used the reasoning, there are just too many Pokemon now. And it's like, but you don't even see all of them in any given game. Like, yeah, sure, the national dex is enormous, but in your average playthrough of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, it's not like you see that many more Pokemon than in your average playthrough of Ruby or Sapphire. Like, I'd get it if it was, oh, you have to get all of them every single time, or, oh, they're all available constantly, but nah. And Gen 5 specifically, Black and White, you don't even get Pokemon outside the Unova Dex until post-game. So that's the one where it least applies the idea that there are too many Pokemon now. Like, no, there are 150 that you have to care about before the credits roll. At most. Hi, I've been waiting for you. Please, come with me. The professor's waiting to see you. See, this is our Pokemon research lab. We'll just go ahead and... Thud. What the? Oh, it's you, Garnet. That old guy, he's not scary so much as he is totally out there. Oh, it doesn't matter, Garnet. I'm out of here. See you later. What was that? Your friend always seems to be in such a rush. Anyway, let's go in. You know, something that they did in Gen 5, I feel would have been perfect for Barry. Wow, you can really see where the tiles on the floor get a little warped due to the trying to keep perspective, because they're all supposed to be square, but some of them get a little bit warbly. Yeah, in Gen 5, most people spoke with the text speed that you set. But N specifically spoke at a higher text speed than you had set. So his text showed up faster than anyone else's. And, you know, characters in game even mention how he talks fast. I feel like that would have been perfect for Barry.
Well, well, look who's here. Garnet, was it? Let's have a look at your Pokémon. I see. This Pokémon seems to be rather happy. Entrusting you with that Chimchar was no mistake, it seems. Well, would you like to give it a nickname? Nah. When I first saw you two about to step into the tall grass, without Pokémon, I was shocked. I was astounded by these foolhardy children. But now you've astounded me in an entirely different way. Already there is a bond growing between you and that Pokémon. I feel privileged to have met you. I'm sure Chimchar feels the same way about you. That's why I'll ask you to cherish that Chimchar of yours.
And unlike in Diamond and Pearl, we didn't steal them. Boy, am I glad you're kind toward Pokemon. If you weren't, well, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, Outlander, the only Pokemon games that I haven't played at launch were Red and Blue. But I didn't wait too long to get those. I got them in the January of the year following their release for my birthday. I got Red, my brother got Blue. Technically, we were given Red and Blue as a set and then had to choose amongst ourselves who got which. I wanted Blue, so my brother took it. He was my older brother, and that's how older brothers are. So I got stuck with Red, but I don't particularly mind.
Let's move on to the main topic. There's something I want you to do for me. Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name, as you know, is Rowan. I study Pokemon. First of all, I want to know exactly what kinds of Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. To do so, it is necessary to collect data using the Pokédex. This is what I wish to ask of you. I want to entrust you with this Pokédex. Will you use it to record data on all the Pokemon in Sinnoh for me? Good answer. That Pokédex is a very high-tech device. It will automatically record data on every kind of Pokemon you encounter. Garnet, I ask that you go everywhere and meet every kind of Pokemon in this region.
I've got the same kind of Pokédex as you.
When you walked up Route 201 with your Pokemon, what did you feel?
Like I needed Pokeballs.
I've lived for 60 long years. Even now, I get a thrill when I'm with Pokemon. Or with a Pokemon. Now, you should know that there are countless Pokemon in this world. That means there are just as many thrills waiting for you out there. Now go! Garnet, your grand adventure begins right now.
The professor asked me to help, so I'm filling the Pokédex pages too. That makes us comrades working toward the same goal. I'll teach you stuff later, okay? Yeah, back in ye olden days, before I had a Game Boy Color, which is what I got with Pokemon Red, one of my friends had a Game Boy Color, and he had Pokemon Blue. And, you know, I was curious about it, and he let me try it, let me start a new game, but made sure that I knew not to save. And so there were a couple days where I went over to his house just to play it, and, you know, I was playing the game with no ability to save. So I would just play the beginning multiple times. I think it was 3 or 4 times that I started new files just to play it. And I beat Brock at least once. There was one time where I evolved my Squirtle before going to even battle Brock. And yeah, that was my start with Pokemon. And then when I actually got my own game, I played the heck out of it. My parents at one point were shocked that I could tell my brother what he was supposed to be doing in his game while I was playing my own game. Like, wow, I knew not only where I was, but where he was and where he had to go next. And I played so much that my Game Boy Color's batteries ran out while I was playing, shortly after I beat Lieutenant Surge. The last time I had saved was right before leaving Pewter City. So that was my first experience of losing data.
Garnet! I have something good here. You should take this as well.
TM27, what's that?
That is a technical machine. That one contains the move Return.
Wow, just giving me Return right off the bat?
Using a technical machine, or TM for short, teaches a move instantly to a Pokemon. Bear in mind, however, that a TM is single-use only. The move Return gains power the more friendly your Pokemon is with you. It's up to you, of course, if you want to use that TM or not. I'll send you off with the wish that your journey will be fun.
Well, I'll be. The professor had TMs? Next thing, he'll tell me he battled when he was young. Hey, Garnet, I want to show you a few things, so follow me. This building with the red roof is the Pokémon Center. You can get your Pokémon healed if it's been hurt in battle. You'll find a Pokémon Center in most towns. Over here, the building with the blue roof is the Pokémart. It's a shop where you can buy and sell all sorts of items. Garnet, since you're a rookie trainer, you won't be able to buy very much stuff. Don't worry about it, okay? Oh yeah, right, Garnet. You should let your family know you're helping Professor Rowan put together his Pokédex. Sometimes you have to go far away, so you should let someone know. Oh, but first, go heal up your Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. You'll be safe then. Okay, be seeing you. And while I do say that I have been into Pokemon for the entire time since the very beginning, there was a period between the release of Gold and Silver and the pre-release marketing of Ruby and Sapphire where I fell out because, oh, Pokemon was kid games. It wasn't cool to like Pokemon as a high schooler or even a junior high schooler. But then the marketing for Ruby and Sapphire in Nintendo Power was just, it looked so good that I had to, I was curious and I bought Sapphire. So yeah, I didn't stay out for very long. Basically I missed Crystal and that was it. Cause like I got red, I got yellow, I got gold. Skipped Crystal because Pokemon was for kids. Then got Sapphire, Leaf Green, Emerald. I still have my original Sapphire, Leaf Green, and Emerald. And also an original Ruby that belonged to a friend of mine who in high school let me borrow it so that I could get myself the Ruby exclusives. And then basically said I could keep it. And so I did. I mean, he clearly cared about it because he got a whole 3 Pokemon in his Pokédex and had gotten to the second town. So yeah, I've got a copy of Ruby that was not mine, but is now. Has been for almost 20 years. And, yeah. But those are the only original copies I have. I do not have my original red, yellow, or gold, because I sold those because they were for kids. And a GameStop had opened up very close to my house. Like, we're talking 6-minute drive at most. So yeah, sold my original red, yellow, and gold there. So I don't have those anymore. But I do have copies of red, yellow, and gold that I have purchased since. Welcome home, Garnet. Are you and your Pokemon healthy? Take a quick rest, dear. What is it, Garnet? Wow, Professor Rowan asked you to do something that big. Okay, dear, go for it. Your mom's got your back. Oh, I know, Garnet, I've got something that you'll find useful. That's a journal. It keeps a record of your daily events. Check it and you'll be able to remember what you did last. Gee, a journey full of adventure. I envy you, kiddo. Plus, you're not alone. You have your Pokemon with you. I wish I could go instead. I'm just joking, dear. Yep, Garnet. I'll be all right by myself, so you go and enjoy your adventure. When you're exposed to new things and experience new sensations, it makes your mother happy too. But come back sometimes. I would like to see the kinds of Pokemon you've caught, dear. Excuse me, is my little Barry here? Oh, no, he's not. Oh, then he must have left already. What to do? The boy shouted about going on an adventure, then he bolted. He's so headstrong and reckless, I at least wanted him to take this. Not to worry, Garnet will deliver that to him. Won't you, Garnet? Oh, really? You'd do that for me? Garnet, please take this to Barry for me. Bye-bye, Garnet. Enjoy your adventure. Let me think. Knowing my boy, he would probably head straight to Jubilife City. Okay, please take that to my Barry. And, yeah, after the Game Boy Advance generation of Pokemon, I got Diamond for myself and convinced, no kidding, every single one of my friends to get Pearl. Because that way, I could trade them Diamond exclusives, and they could get all the version exclusives. Because I was the one who played Pokemon the most out of all of my friends. Surprise. And it looks like we get a female Starly. Though I think I'm going to try and not use Starly once we have another option, because, I mean, I always use Staraptor, because who doesn't? But, like, Staraptor's, well, Intimidate is really good to have, but in terms of moves, Staraptor's main draw is that it gets close combat. But, you know, a certain someone else gets close combat, too. I'm going to try and build a team for this run that is not a team that I have used before. Which means I'm not going to be doing the traditional Staraptor Luxray Barrel. Something else. Starly, the starling Pokemon. Because they are weak individually, they form groups. However, they bicker if the group grows too big. Yeah, Staravia was an interesting one in the anime where it went all, Staravia! Yeah, most of the Pokemon in the anime, they try and make sound like they're, you know, still animals making sounds, but yeah, Staravia was just a person saying Staravia. Yeah, after Diamond, I did get Platinum, and I do not own my original copies of Diamond or Platinum anymore, because at some point I was like, oh, I don't really like Diamond or Platinum. I'm probably never going to play them again. I like Heart Gold way better. So I do have my original Heart Gold. But I sold my Diamond and Platinum, though I have since rebought them effectively twice each because I have I have a legitimate copy of every Pokemon game that exists in the main series. At least one. Sometimes multiple because digital and physical, etc., etc. But yeah, they are only my original copies for most of the Gen 3 games, sans Fire Red, and Gen 6 onward. Gen 5, I do still have my original White and White 2, but I never got Black 2, and while I did get Black, I never played it all the way through. I was planning to use it for a Nuzlocke run and possibly do a comic based on my run, because that was the in thing at the time. But the idea of needing to actually draw the comic stopped me from getting very far. And eventually I just sold it because it sold for a lot. But I have since rebought it, so yeah. Garnet, do you know how to catch a Pokemon? Yes. I'll demonstrate how to catch one, so just watch, okay? Can you not see that I have a Starly? It's one thing to have a catching tutorial before you can catch a Pokemon. It's another to have it after you have already caught Pokemon. Yes, precisely, Outlander, because the Nuzlocke comic was popular, and also on its forums there were a bunch of other people doing their own comic Nuzlocke runs, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna do one of those. I'm just gonna play through the game and keep notes of what happens, and then I'll devise a comic a comic plot to draw of it. And yeah, I think I got like 2 gyms in before I just dropped it entirely, because it was like, it's gonna be a lot of work. And that's how it's done. Actually, I should have lowered the target's HP some more. No, you shouldn't have, because you got it into the yellow with 1 hit. If you had tried to lower its HP some more, it would have fainted, and you wouldn't have been able to catch it. Lucas, come on. Pay attention. Yep, the important thing is to lower the Pokemon's HP as much as possible. No, the important thing is to put them to sleep. That increases the catch rate more than literally anything else. See, a healthy Pokemon isn't easy to catch. Oh yeah, they also get easier to catch if you make one of your Pokemon put them to sleep or such. Here, Garnet, I'll give you 5 Pokeballs to get you started. I already got started with 10 Pokeballs, but okay. I will take more. If you have lots of Pokemon with you, you'll be able to travel farther. That way, you'll have a better shot at meeting more Pokemon. See you around. But yeah, Black and White were the first time I got the 2 versions that run, or the 2 exclusive versions or whatever, at the same time. And the first time I actually played all the way through both versions would be X and Y, where I played X in Japanese because I had the ability to do so, and I played Y in English, following along to check my understanding of what I read in X. And I had intended to do it also the other way around, so that I could make sure that any version differences I still understood. So I did actually buy 2 copies each of X and Y, but I never ended up playing through both copies of each. I played through 1 X and 1 Y. Anyway, this Shinx has Intimidate, so we are going to take it, but again, we're going to drop it when we have a viable option. Because as helpful as Luxray is, it's basically just a Spark and Ice Fang machine for the entire run. Actually, does it even get Ice Fang naturally, or do you have to tutor that? Either way, it doesn't get a whole lot that it can use. But having access to an electric type move does help. Shinx, the Flash Pokémon. The extension and contraction of its muscles generates electricity. It glows when in trouble. But yeah, since X and Y, I have been getting both versions of every Pokemon game at launch. So yeah, I've been a very dedicated Pokefan for a very long time. I have completed the Pokédex in every generation on at least one game. And lately I've been doing living Pokédexes in every individual game. Or in at least one version of every individual game. So like, I have a BDSP living Pokédex. I have a Scarlet and Violet living Pokédex. I have a Pokemon Legends Arceus living Pokédex. I've got a Pokemon Sword living Pokédex. Like, we're talking sourced from the game in question. So, like, I'm not... Well, I am, but... I didn't transfer forward any Pokemon until I already got them in my decks, is what I've been doing lately. Not transfer anything in until I've already gotten it in the game. You're a Pokemon trainer, and so am I. Our eyes met, so battle we must. My latest project has been trying to build a modern living Pokédex with each Pokemon sourced from the first game where it was available and caught in a Pokeball. And while I'm doing it specifically having the Pokemon sourced from the first game where I could have gotten specifically that Pokemon. So, like, also getting every form of every Pokemon. So, like, the male and female forms that were introduced here in Gen 4 for the Gen 3 and earlier Pokemon, you can still get a male Rattata from Pokemon Red. You just don't know that it's male until you transfer it. So, I do have the male and female Rattata from Pokemon Red or Blue or whichever one it was that I did on VC. But, like, a Alolan Rattata, that's gotta come from Gen 7. Weirdeer, sure, I could have gotten a Pokemon Gold Stantler and evolved it, but no, Weirdeer didn't exist then. If it's something, if it's a species that was added in a game, I get the species from the game. If it's a form that can be changed to from a Pokemon that was in an earlier game, then I get it in the earlier game. But if it's a new species or a new form that cannot be changed to, then I get it from the game it was introduced in. And I've done most games for that. Like, I think I have done everything up to Gen 7 in terms of getting them. Though I'm also trying to do original source regional decks for every individual pair of games. So like Pokemon Red Kanto, Pokemon Leaf Green Kanto, etc., etc. And for those, I still need to do like, I think it's actually just Johto remakes for the ones that'll need to be transferred up to Switch. But whatever, it's a project that I have been working on. Don't be shy about talking to trainers you'd like to battle. Pokemon grow stronger and stronger from battling. I spy with my little eye a trainer. A battle, please. Ooh, that's a scary crit. Oh, boo, I can't win. My Pokemon are all tuckered out. I need to go to a Pokemon Center. Yeah, so do I. Someone dropped my Chimchar to 1 HP. Yeah, my favorite part of Pokemon has always been the collecting aspect. Finding new monsters and collecting them. And lately I have expanded to collecting old monsters multiple times. There was a point where I was going to collect every Pokemon with every origin mark. So like... And here's where you'll find out why I specifically stopped doing that. So like Alakazam, male and female, with the no origin mark, which is for Gen 5 and earlier. Alakazam male and female with the Kalos origin mark for Gen 6. Alakazam male and female with the Alola origin mark for Gen 7. Alakazam male and female with the Galar origin mark for Gen 8. Alakazam male and female with the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee origin mark. And yeah, when I realized that I would have like a dozen Alakazams or more, and like the decks would be so heavily skewed towards Kanto. Yeah, I decided to drop that actually, and instead do my original source thing like I am doing now. Because I didn't want to have my Pokemon home skewed so far towards the early gens, and also I think once it was either Pokemon Legends or Scarlet and Violet were added, it became impossible to actually do the full every form, every origin mark decks with a single Pokemon Home account. So yeah, I just dropped that. I'm still gonna need a second Pokemon Home account in like 1 or 2 more games. A comparison revealed that Bidoof's front teeth grow at the same rate as Rattata's. Bidoof, the plump mouse Pokemon. Just checking on something real quick here. So our special attack and attack are the exact same. Scratch and Ember are both 40 base power, which means Ember is actually 50% stronger than Scratch right now. This is good information. Let's have a Pokemon battle. But I'm gonna win. No, sir. No, you are not. Sending out a Grass Cloak Burmy against a Chimchar means you are not going to win. You beat me? You've got talent. It was fun battling. Yep, I'm gonna battle everyone. Some Pokemon only appear in the morning. Some only come out at night. I'll keep looking till I've seen them all. Wow. Usually I have to take longer to find Intimidate Shinx, but we've already found 2 of them. Hey Garnet, how many Pokemon have you caught? Whoa, you already have 4 Pokemon with you. Hey, that's right. Don't you think it's better to know more about Pokemon? Sure it is. There's this great place for that. Come on, it's all right. Follow me. That guy, what's he doing? Excuse... What? How did you know? How did you unmask me as a member of the International Police? I love Looker. Huh? What? Are you kidding? I was just making small talk. Heh. You claim you were only making conversation, do you? But I know better not to believe that. No, no, no. You recognized right away that I was someone extraordinary. That is why you spoke to me, is it not? Your power of observation is fearsome. Quite admirable you are. Now that my cover has been blown, let me introduce myself. I am a globe-trotting elite of the International Police. My name? Ah, no, I shall inform you only of my code name. My code name, it is Looker. It is what they all call me. Incidentally, is the saying, "Don't be a thief," familiar to you? No, I have not thrown a Pokeball at someone else's Pokemon. No, you claim to not know it. How could that be? Perhaps your mama has said it, but you have forgotten it like usual. Now listen, my friends, it is wrong to take what belongs to others. Unfortunately, there are apparently those who do not heed these words. In Sinnoh, in fact, there are criminals stealing the Pokemon of others. I have, therefore, been on the lookout for characters arousing my suspicion. Incidentally, you are trainers, yes? Perhaps you can make use of this. That Versus Recorder, it is a nifty device for recording a match.
I obtained it because it is quite popular these days. But myself, I do not do Pokemon battling very often. It will be in better hands with you. Also, I have a request. If you were to see me again, I ask that you not talk to me, for I am on duty. Actually, yes, you may speak to me. You must! Not because I am lonely. No. You must inform me of bad guys. You must inform me of any happenings. Working for the International Police sounds hard. Garnet, here we are. This is the trainer's school. The name says it all. Your pal Barry went in earlier. He might still be studying in there. Okay, see you around. Yeah, Looker's great. Most modern Pokemon games don't allow themselves to have recurring characters within their narrative who have such strong character to them. But nah, Looker, he shows up throughout this entire game, and he even shows up in later games. Hey Garnet, did you come to study too? I went ahead and memorized everything that was up on the blackboard. After all, it's the trainer's job to avoid having their precious Pokemon hurt in battle, right? So Garnet, what brings you? Huh? You've got something for me? So, what is this? Score! It's a town map! Huh? Why are there two in here? I like it a lot, but I don't need two. Here, Garnet, you take one. Well, according to the town map, I guess Orberg City is where I should be going next. There's a gym, so it'd be perfect for raising the Pokemon I just caught. Well, I'm on the road to becoming the greatest trainer of all time. See you around! So the town map says Orberg City is where he should be heading next. Let's see how he came to that conclusion. Yeah, how did you come to this conclusion? Why would you not just be like, oh yeah, Floroma Town is where I should be going next? Like, honestly, looking at the town map like this, maybe you dip over to Canalave and then come back to Jubilife, and then you go to Floroma, Eterna City, then down to Orberg, over to Hearthome, Salation, Veilstone, Pastoria. Like, nothing about this map suggests that Orberg should be next. I mean, we know it is from a game design perspective. Okay, and the guide map doesn't really zoom in very much, does it? I mean, I guess it does a bit, but it still doesn't suggest that Orberg City should be next. Doing it is the best way to learn. Can we get a battle with you? Go, my Pokemon, go! You'll note that this is a Starly and not a shock-waving Abra. Ah, but he uses X attack. Ugh, I didn't use items effectively. You used it about as effectively as you could have. It's hard to win if you don't have some Pokemon to choose from. Yeah, like, kid, you used an X attack and then quick attack. You got the most value out of it that you could have. You were just against something that was vastly outclassing you.
I just became friends with my Pokemon. I'm not sure if we can do this properly, but may we battle? I need to try the things I learned before I forget them. I like to study a lot. I thought I could win. We were actually confident that we would do pretty good. But I'm completely impressed by how tough you are. If you'd like, talk to my friend and get a nice item from him. Phew, you're really good. We've been studying every day, but we were no match for you at all. You'd be able to use this potion properly. Here you go.
I'd really rather have a shockwave, TM.
When a potion is used, it restores the HP, the health of a Pokemon. Being a good trainer isn't only about ordering your Pokemon around. A superior trainer knows how to use items to the full advantage. We learned about Pokemon types today. Grass is weak to fire, fire is weak to water, and water is weak to grass.
There's more types than that, kid. Keep going.
Oh. You call yourself a Pokemon trainer, and yet you have no Poketch. That is Pokemon Watch, or Poketch for short. Oh my, you are a rare case indeed. You see, I invented and now manufacture Poketches. Not only that, I'm now conducting the Poketch promotional campaign. All you have to do is find 3 clowns in Jubilife City. If you can find them, I will gift you with a Poketch.
Hey, look, it's a clown. Hi, I'm a Poketch campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Does a Pokemon grow by defeating others and gaining XP points? Ding ding, you're absolutely correct. Pokemon grow stronger by defeating other Pokemon in battle. Some Pokemon even grow into an entirely different form in a process known as evolution. Here you go, your Poketch coupon.
I wonder what Looker would say to us if we tried to leave right now. Tell me, have you not obtained a Poketch? I believe a Poketch is now free in exchange for some coupons.
Okay.
Hi, I'm a Poketch campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Can a Pokemon hold an item? Ding ding, you're absolutely correct. A Pokemon may hold a single item. Some items become effective as soon as they are held by a Pokemon. Berries are eaten by Pokemon as necessary during battle. Here you go, your Poketch coupon. Hi, I'm a Poketch campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Just like Pokemon types, the moves of Pokemon also have types.
That's a statement, not a question.
Ding ding, you're absolutely correct. If the Pokemon's type matches its move's type, that move is made much more powerful. Here you go, your Poketch coupon.
Is there anyone to stop me from going here and getting a Magikarp?
Yes, sir, an old rod is a good thing. You think so too, am I right? Yes, good answer. We can be friends. Here you go. That's my old rod. You should fish wherever there's a body of water. Oh, and by the way, did you need any tips on using that fishing rod? When you're fishing for Pokemon, the first hurdle is getting a bite. When you reel the Pokemon in, you've got to battle it. So fishing gives you twice the fun. Now, what I can say is that I am not going to be like a certain VTuber and fish until I get a shiny Magikarp here. I'm just going to get a Magikarp. And what a pretty girl she is. Level 9, too. Yeah, I've never used a Gyarados in a Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum run. Mainly because I've always had an Empoleon. So we are grabbing this Magikarp. Even though Gyarados is not in a great position in this generation still. The physical special split from Gen 2 is still harming it. But it's in a better position than it was in Gen 3. Thanks to Waterfall at least being physical. Of course, it's going to be a long time before we even get Waterfall. But still. Normally, I like to only use Pokemon that were introduced in a game whenever possible. But for this Pokemon Platinum run, if I was to use only Pokemon introduced in Sinnoh, I would have very few options for a lot of things. Magikarp, the fish Pokemon. A Magikarp living for many years can leap a mountain using Splash. The move remains useless, though. I don't know if it can leap a mountain using Splash. I think it becomes Bounce by that point. You owe me a watch, sir. Okay, let me count your coupons. I'll use the Poketch here. 1, 2, 3. Bravo! I say bravo! Dude used his Poketch counting app to count to 3. I get that it's a marketing tactic and not... He probably didn't have to, but like... Way to make yourself look like an idiot. In return for these coupons, I present you this Pokemon Watch, or Poketch for short. You can add apps to your Poketch to make it even more versatile. Touch the Poketch screen and find the apps that are right for you. Oh no. You can see that my Japanese 3DS's clock is about 30 seconds behind real time. Oh no. And because of the stream delay, it'll look like it's about a minute behind real time. Oh no. Let's see, what is the most useful? Okay, I guess this is the most useful screen to have it on all the time. And visiting the Poketch company Doesn't get us any new apps yet, does it? Okay, nothing until I get a gym badge. Looker's gone. Hey, Garnet, tell me you got a little tougher. Me? Do you even need to ask? Of course I got tougher. Come on, I'll demonstrate for you. I appreciate that Pokémon Platinum finally added animation to NPC trainers. Pokémon have had it in Crystal and Emerald. But NPC trainers never did, until now. Don't get cocky, this isn't over yet. Yeah, but you growled at me when I'm using special attacks. Of course, I'm going to have to use physical attacks for the Piplup, but still. Ha! We blocked a growl. One more Leer. Of course, if this thing starts bubbling, we're going to be in trouble. Bubbling or water gunning. My Pokemon's getting low on HP. Things could be tight here. One more hit and I win. Why didn't you use any water moves? What just happened? I lost? Crying noise. What do you mean I lost? Well, that's it. That's the last time I'll ever lose. No, it isn't. I'm going to be the world's toughest trainer, and you know it. The first thing to do is take on the Orberg City Pokemon Gym. I'm going to toughen up for that, totally. Yeah, you're going to have a pretty easy time there with your Piplup. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to have a pretty easy time there with a Monferno. But not as easy as I would have had with a Piplup or even a Prinplup. Ooh, you know what? There are Abras here, aren't they? Maybe I snag one of those. Because Alakazam, frail though it may be, and limited in terms of options though it may be now that the physical special split has happened, Alakazam is still a very potent Pokemon. Looks like there's a 15% chance that I can find an Abra with any given encounter, which isn't the worst. Well, actually, it is the worst encounter rate here, but in terms of actual difficulty of encountering, it isn't the worst. And there's an Abra. Little girl. And, oh, wait. Wait a sec. Ha! You're trapped. I've never taunted an Abra before. And it's a good thing I did. Of course, I do still have limited time to catch her. But we got her. Abra, the Psi Pokemon. Using its psychic power is such a strain on its brain that it needs to sleep for 18 hours a day. Incidentally, that is less time than the average house cat spends sleeping per day. Because a house cat will sleep, on average, 20 hours a day. So, current plan, 3 of the Pokemon on our team stick around. That might become 4 if I decide that I need Bidoof for HMs. But, yeah, Shinx and Starly are gonna go at the earliest opportunity. Your favorite Pokemon should be placed at the top left of your party list. I would love to put Metagross there, but I don't have access to it yet. That way it will be the first to go out in a battle. I get my get up and go from my Pokemon. Here we go, Kricketot, Zubat. Outlander, while a lot of people think cats are nocturnal, what they actually are is crepuscular, which means they're most active naturally at dawn and dusk, which is a very short pair of time windows. So they're just biologically wired to be awake during those times and spend most of the rest of the day just lounging. And that's how cats are. Like, yeah, you can play with them to get them to be more active during the times when they are awake. But, yeah, just physiologically, cats, they sleep a lot. It's what they do. Outlander, we are all excited for Dilily-Whoop. But we're gonna have to wait a while. Because I'm not gonna have one. We need to wait for someone else to have one. Ack, my Pokemon! keep out of the grass or dodge the eyes of trainers. I always have a tough time choosing.
The correct option is to battle every trainer and also go in the grass to get all the Pokemon.
I'm never apart from from my Shinx. Our bond is strong.
Yeah, Outlander, it's not exactly that humans have more energy than other mammals, but rather we do have the most stamina, effectively. Thanks in part to our ability to effectively passively regenerate it. Biologically, humans are made to walk for a long, long time. Longer than anything else can run away.
I don't bear grudges over losing, but I promise I'll get tougher. Before I challenge the Pokemon gym leader, I'll test my strength on you.
Yeah, humans are pursuit predators. Yeah, our whole job is to follow something until it gets tired and collapses. Meanwhile, cats are ambush predators. Their job is to catch something unawares and then eat it.
I guess if you don't have a single gym badge, you're a total nobody.
What are you saying about me, kid? I just thrashed you. I don't have a single gym badge yet. On this trainer card.
I found a trainer while looking for some Pokemon.
You're gonna wish you didn't. Ooh, 4 Pokemon. I could go get a Badoo myself, but it's a huge waste of time to do it, because, like, you can get a Roselia later on, and that way you don't have to do a friendship Evo. It's not like Rose Raid is that worth using. Cynthia might disagree, but it's not great.
So close. Huh? You're finished so soon?
No, it's you who's finished.
I walk through tall grass until I find the Pokemon I want.
You and me both.
And there's what we want to see. Get that fighting type so that the rock gym doesn't destroy us. And we're going to say goodbye, Scratch. Because Taunt has already proven itself useful. And Leer also has value in making Mach Punch better. In fact, if any particular Pokemon lasts 4 turns or more, it will have become more effective to Leer and then do 3 Mach Punches than to do 4 Mach Punches. And our attack and special attack are still perfectly even, which feels wrong. But whatever. It's kind of useful. I got a nifty Keen gym badge from the gym leader in Orberg City. Didn't this trainer have like a level 6 Bidoof and Starly in Diamond and Pearl? I feel like they did. At least in this version, they have a water type. Oh yeah, you weaken the power of those fire moves that I'm not going to use because they're not very effective already. Oh, I lost. La la la. I'm collecting lots of gym badges. They're so sparkly and pretty. Oh, and Fernape's attack and special attack are even. I always feel like its attack is the better one, but I guess that's just because of its move pool rather than because of its stats. Oh, hey, another Abra. Should I catch it so that I can then choose the better of the two to use? Perhaps. You're staying with me, Abra. Yeah, if Aura Sphere wasn't Lucario's signature move still in this game, it would make Infernape quite effective as a special attacker. And now that a Pokemon has gone to a PC, we are doomed to save lots of data. Because that is what determines whether you just save data or save a lot of data, is whether anything has changed within the PC at all. That sparkling new Poketch, your awkwardness as a traveler. You're still a pretty new trainer, aren't you? But it's all good, you're a new fellow friend of Pokemon. So let me make a gift of this hidden machine to you.
That hidden machine, or HM for short, contains the hidden move Rock Smash. A Pokemon learning Rock Smash can smash small boulders in the field, but the trainer has to have the gym badge from Orberg City. If you don't have that badge, you can't make a Pokemon use the hidden move Rock Smash outside of battle.
Technically, Rock Smash is an upgrade over Mach Punch in many ways. But we're giving it to Bidoof. For now. We trainers will accept challenges anywhere. It's what we do. And apparently you'll also issue them anywhere because I did not particularly challenge you. And since Mach Punch and Ember are equally effective, let's use Ember. Ah, but Mach Punch would have saved me the quick attack. Yeah, Outlander, even in Gen 4, there are still a lot of Pokemon Learn sets that just don't quite make sense. Honestly, I feel like that continues until around Gen 6. Maybe even Gen 5 is fine, but it does take a good while for Learn sets, in a lot of cases, to actually make sense just regularly. To celebrate my getting through this cave, I'm going to battle you. Ah, yes, you're getting through this very short cave. Well, Bidoofs, we punch. Also, Monferno is the only Pokemon that will see battle until after Rourke. Because that's the safest way to do it if you started with Chimchar. Getting through that cave feels like an adventure. Not really, it's like, what, 25 tiles wide? Howdy, trainer. Huh? Uh-oh, you don't have a single gym badge? You'd better do something about that. I'll take you to the Pokemon gym. Huh? There's someone there. Huh? Oh, it's you, Garnet. You finally got here? You're slow like always. But anyway, the gym leader's tough, like seriously serious. If the gym leader's this tough, I wonder how he compares to my dad. Huh? I just drifted there. Anyway, the gym leader's gone off to the coal mine. If you want to take on the gym leader, you'd better go off to the mine. Looks like I could go get my hands on a Ponyta right now. But that's a Ponyta and they still kind of suck. But But it is a lot earlier than they give you access to Ponyta and the Diamond and Pearl. What's this building? I don't know that I've ever gone inside here. You're taking a tour of our coal mine? Wonderful, that's excellent of you. It's always good to learn about new things and broaden your horizons. Cool, what a useful house we've gone into. What, does it take your kid to work day? Wow. We hit the 10% and found Onyx first. Well, actually, there is something in here that I wouldn't mind replacing Starly with. Not that it's a fantastic option until it fully evolves, but... And you know what? It probably isn't the one that I particularly want to use for the whole run anyway. Everyone that works in the coal mine keeps their own Pokemon with them. You may be challenged to battles. Is this your Pokemon? I found what I thought were some rocks. Then they started moving. They were Pokemon that looked just like rocks. I didn't know Roggenrola was in this game. Punch so many rocks before we get out of here. I met these Machop on Route 207. They've now become my most trusted partners. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I snuck my Pokemon to work. But I was told that all of you keep your Pokemon with you. Did you really have to sneak them in? Bet it took a whole lot of effort to sneak a Geodude in here. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're actually going to take Fury Swipes, but I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I don't like that 80 accuracy. Especially not for a chance to be weaker than Mach Punch to begin with. Well, now aren't you something? Okay, time for work. I'll work up a thirst with my Pokemon. Speaking of working up a thirst, I should hydrate.
So many Geodudes. I just got tackled by a Geodude right as I was about to talk to a guy. That is the thing that just happened.
Fine, alrighty then. Just a quick battle on my break.
Interestingly, feel like I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but ribbons on the right there. There's a bunch of them. More, in fact, than there were for Gen 3. But then Gen 5 doesn't add ribbons. It's weird. Also, one of those ribbons, the one in the very bottom right, is not available without using private servers. And actually that one, I think I'm gonna, if I want to do it more conveniently, I'll have to do it in Soul Silver instead of this. But it's still there because it's available within this game. And we're actually gonna have to play through Soul Silver to get a different one of them as well. So yeah, the two at the very bottom, we actually need Soul Silver in order to get with any manner of convenience.
I'd better get on back to work. You know, I'd rather be traveling around with Pokemon the way you do. Okay, stand back and watch this. Using the hidden move Rock Smash, a boulder blocking your way... You didn't finish your sentence. Fallen boulders need to be smashed so they're out of the way. If you could get the badge from the gym in town, you'd be able to do this too. Of course, you'd have to beat the gym leader first. That'd be me. Okay, bye. Not even an I'll be waiting for your challenge at the gym or anything, just, you have to beat me. And then he just walks away. Go back to the gym, they're like, no, he hasn't come back, he left town. Game becomes uncompletable because Rourke just decided to peace out. And it looks like we're going to be going into the Rourke battle with a level 17 Monferno. Unless we start getting jumped by even more Geodudes on the way out. But, that seems unlikely that we would get to 18. Though it is kind of weird that we haven't found the third Pokemon that can exist in this mine. We've only found the most common and the rarest, not the one in between. There it is. Behold, a flying type that when fully evolved is not fully terrible. I think we just throw balls. Don't want to risk killing it. Unfortunately, Zubat is pretty terrible early on. Leech Life, not exactly the most reliable attacking move, nor the most useful. I guess it is reliable, it's just bad. Reliably bad. Until they buff it. But that's gonna take another 2 generations? 3? Zubat, the bat Pokemon. It checks its surroundings and location using reflections of the ultrasonic waves from its mouth. I forget if this game is like Gold and Silver, but I know in those games, Crobat doesn't learn, well, Crobat learns Fly, but Golbat doesn't. Which means that we won't have access to Fly until we fully evolve our Zubat, potentially. That would be annoying. Okay, so let's see here. Easier to compare these Abras if they're actually side by side. So this boy is naive and this girl is calm. I think calm probably benefits them more. Maybe? Though, calm girl has... Oh, but inner focus v synchronize. Honestly, neither one is particularly good on Alakazam because Alakazams are really fast. Let's see a nature chart. Okay, Calm is attack down, special defense up. So Calm is good, even though her special attack is lower. And Naive is special defense down, speed up. Honestly, I think he's the better one. Like, yeah, he's going to be frailer. But Alakazam isn't known for taking hits to begin with. He is almost certainly going to be faster, and his special attack IV is better, so... Yeah, I think we take him. Even if he's going to make way too many things become naive if we leave him in front. And then we replace this here Starly with a bat. What's this bat like? Relaxed. So that's speed down, defense up. Pretty terrible nature for a Zubat, but whatever. This Shinx is gonna go away eventually, so we don't really care that she's brave. Bidoof's gonna probably go away, and even if he doesn't, he's not gonna really be used. And hey, we got a serious Magikarp. That's one that I know is a neutral nature. I am totally fine with neutral natures. Hang on just a moment. I have a cat doing a thing that requires photography. There we go. It's just a picture for me, though. Not sharing it with you folks. Howdy, how's it going, Champ to be?
That's what I said to a really impatient boy earlier, too. The gym leader is a user of rock-type Pokemon. Well, listen, rock-type Pokemon really hate water, all right? They're also weak to grass-type moves. Gee, they sure have weaknesses. But don't think it'll be easy. You don't get to be a gym leader without covering for weaknesses. Going after a rock-type Pokemon with a fire-type Pokemon won't be easy either. That's all the advice I can give. Thanks for listening. Doesn't even mention the ground or fighting weaknesses. You avoided the long way around? Let's see why you do that. I did it because I want XP. And if that means punching more rocks, so be it. Now I understand why you decided to battle with me. You should go whichever way you want, shortcut or the long way. Only those who want to win can challenge a Pokemon gym. Now you see, Rourke here, unlike a certain other rock gym leader who was the first gym leader in his own game, is actually running a rock gym and not a ground gym. Because if you look at the trainers in Brock's gym, there's a Sandshrew or two in there. Every Pokemon in Brock's gym is ground type. Not every Pokemon in that gym is rock type. Though, in Gen 4 here, they do start splitting off of just having pure single type gyms more than they ever had before. And they start having gyms that focus on Pokemon with moves of a specific type. One day, I'm going to become a tough trainer like you. Are you now? How are we doing HP-wise? Only missing 5, so no call for a potion yet. Excuse me. And now to save a lot of data. This will take a while. And now that we have saved, Rourke time. Welcome, this is the Oreburgh Pokemon Gym. I'm Rourke, the gym leader. I'm but one trainer who decided to walk proudly with rock-type Pokemon. As the gym leader, I need to see your potential as a trainer. And I'll need to see the toughness of the Pokemon that battle with you. You know what? We found an X attack a good while ago. Let's use it. Uh-oh, Stealth Rock. I better not change Pokemon.
Ah, that's right. Rock is only neutrally effective because fighting type. It's the ground moves that we got to worry about. Think you can take down the next Pokemon like you did earlier? Why, yes. Yes, I do. It has lower defense than Onix. What? That can't be. And that's as much as I get to read because it auto-advances. This is embarrassing. I went and lost to a trainer who didn't have a single gym badge. Don't you do that frequently, though? Like, isn't that basically your job? Well, that's tough. You were strong and I was weak. That's all there is. According to Pokemon League rules, I have to give you our gym badge, since you've beaten me, the leader. Here's your official Pokemon League Cull badge. Having that Cull badge means your Pokemon can now use the hidden move Rock Smash outside of battle. You should also take this, too. That TM76 contains the move Stealth Rock. It's a move that inflicts damage on foes that switch into battle. Incidentally, a TM will teach its move to a Pokemon instantly, but a TM will break when you use it, so make certain you want a Pokemon to learn that move. It's actually a TR that breaks instantly. Get with the times, man. Actually, no, TMs do again. Never mind. Now that we're actually the proud owners of a badge, we can do something here that I think is still doable in BDSP, but not as easily. Use our stylus to polish our badge until it's got 4 sparkles. And we can poke it to make a tone. Incidentally, your badges will get dirty over time, like real time, actual days, if you do not polish them regularly. Thud. Whoops, Garnet, you got the gym badge, huh? Eterna City is the next place with a gym that gives away badges, right? So yeah, I went to Route 207, but you can't go there without a bicycle. I made my team battle and toughen them up, so it wasn't a waste. So I'm going back to Jubilife City. Next stop, the Eterna Gym Badge. 10 seconds before I dash. 9. Bah, who's got time to count? I just tried using a bike. I have a fishing rod there because I don't have a bike. Also, it occurs to me that I should probably heal following the gym battle. We didn't take a whole lot of damage, but we did take some. And I forget whether Barrier costs us on the other end. And unfortunately, we're breaking our streak of 1. We did not get Pokerus before the first gym badge this time. In fact, it's more than likely we'll never get Pokerus on this file. It's just kind of incredible that we managed to get it before the first gym badge in Pokemon Emerald. Also, since we've beaten Rourke, it's time to train some other Pokemon.
Actually, sure, it's going to take the longest for this one to pay off, but Magikarp is the one that I for sure 100% am keeping on the team. Unless I find something I like better.
Tell me, have you not obtained a Pal Pad? Is not a Pal Pad free to anyone visiting the Pokemon Center's basement? Anyway, there appears to be no one shady in this Jubilife City. I shall therefore take my investigation elsewhere. But, my friend, I suggest you remain vigilant for shady grown-ups.
I'll get a Pal Pad, but it's not going to be a whole lot of good right now. What with the servers being dead. Yeah, Pal Pad, Wi-Fi Club, friend code treats game and system as a set, etc. Looker, were you not looking very hard? I found some shady grown-ups here in Jubilife City. You said there weren't any. Now. Professor Rowan, you must comply. Hand over all your research findings, for free, naturally. Failure to comply will result in a painful time for your assistant.
Ah, Garnet. Well, how's the Pokédex progressing? That is Orberg's gym badge, I see. But hadn't I given you your first Pokemon only recently? Perhaps being a trainer is like second nature to you.
Oh, Professor of Pokemon, must you be so difficult? We are speaking to you on business because this is work for us. What we're saying is, we demand you comply with our demands.
Quiet, you lot. Why must you be such a nuisance? Let me list some lessons you still need to learn. Number 1, don't loiter about for no good reason. Number 2, don't interrupt others while they are attempting to converse. Number 3, if you don't get your way, don't raise your voice to be intimidating. Number 4, don't think you've grown strong just because you're in a group. Number 5, what is with those outlandish outfits you have on? My goodness, you call yourselves adults. You kids don't grow up to be like these sorry specimens.
You had to make this personal. You forced our hand into making a show of force. We'll make you regret insulting Team Galactic.
You kids, give these thugs a lesson in civility, please.
Garnet, join me and battle these guys. Surely my Magikarp is up to the task. Go, Magikarp, use Splash! I'm glad it missed, because if it didn't, we probably would have lost our Magikarp right there. Anyway, let's battle these for real now. Ooh, hello.
So, Flame Wheel. It's just better than Ember. We take it. And that's the fire move we're going to have pretty much for the entire run. It's kind of disappointing, actually. Rude. Nice burn. How is this madness possible? The two of us losing to children? This won't do. Time to retreat. I hate auto-advancing text. You leave us no option. We will retreat for now. We shall do so because Team Galactic is benevolent to all. That lot. They called themselves Team Galactic. When Pokémon evolve, they seem to release some type of energy. However, I believe that it's a mystic power far beyond our control. But Team Galactic seems to be studying that power's potential. They want to know if it can be used as energy for something. Garnet, did you know about this? The professor studies the evolution of Pokémon too. According to his research, 90% of all Pokémon are somehow tied to evolution. I mean, in that they can evolve or have evolved, sure. Maybe that's the reason those goons tried to take the professor's research data. They're not allowed to do that. It's all over, so you can relax now. Still, thanks to you two, nothing came of that situation. I appreciate that. Incidentally, Garnet, kudos to you for your battle skill. It got me thinking, why don't you collect all the gym badges of Sinnoh? Doing so, you will be sure to encounter lots of Pokémon. That, of course, means your Pokédex pages will continuously fill up. In other words, it will be of great help to my research. That said, I've given you your first Pokémon and Pokédex as yours to keep. You're free to do with them as you wish. Take care now. Oh, that was very good. Nicely done. Truly excellent. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm from Jubilife TV. I'd like you to have something for letting me see that smashing battle. Contained within that fashion case, you'll find a whole spectrum of chic accessories and tasteful backdrops. Dress up your Pokémon and watch their appeal grow. And right now, the TV station is offering its facilities so visitors can dress up their Pokémon. There are also prize giveaways too. Please do visit our TV station. Ah, the good old days when your Pokémon would still lose health to poison outside of battle. And in fact, could still faint to said damage. Gen 5, they cut out the fainting. I forget whether it was Gen 7 or 8 that they cut out the damage. Yeah, let's see if we win the lottery today. Nope. All right, on we go. Ooh, today's a Friday. Does that mean that I can get Drifloon today, or do I have to wait until next week before Drifloon shows up? After I clear the Valley Windworks. I think I might have to wait till next week. But if it appears today, that would actually be pretty cool. And that would be the flying type that I would use. Not that Drifblim is amazing or anything, but it's at least different.
I would wager most people do not use a Drifblim as their flying type in their runs.
Oh, a weak-looking trainer. Do you want to have a go?
I may have a Magikarp out front, but that doesn't make me weak.
Outlander, I have a friend who would respect you for using Sigilif as your flying type.
Because Sigilif is one of her, like, top 2 or 3 favorite Pokemon. With Suicune and Larvesta also being among the top 3.
Oh, you're so mean. I just started training Pokemon.
Yeah, and I sent out a Magikarp first. I think that's enough of a handicap.
I'll beat you with the Magikarp my dad gave me.
Oh, it's on now, kid.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm not going to sit here using Splash until we both start struggling. That would be ridiculous, but it would also take way too much time I don't want to spend. So, we're going to actually battle. We're not going to battle quickly, mind you. We're using Zubat. But we're going to actually battle. Yeah, Outlander, they do mean Larvesta specifically, though they're not against Volcarona. Oh, nice crit. But also I should really be supersonicking. Because supersonic can do probably more damage than Leech Life. If I, have RNG in my favor. Plus, it can prevent some of these devastating splashes. Apparently, I needed that crit to do real damage. Supersonic has accomplished nothing, and I'm pretty sure Magikarp's going to snap out of confusion next turn. Yep. So apparently we have a speed tie with this Magikarp? Hey, there's the hurt itself in its confusion. If it does that one more time, then we won't have wasted time by using Supersonic twice. Okay, so the Supersonics were a waste of time.
That really wasn't enough XP to be worth doing with Zubat. But they're Pokemon I got from my dad. Who gave you your first Pokemon? Professor Oak, technically. Your first Pokemon is the one with the most fond memories, I think. Untrue. Metagross is. May I please trouble you for a battle? Yeah, I'm not going to have time to try and get Drifloon today anyway. So, no Drifloon. Oh well. There is one advantage to Ember over Flame Wheel, and it's that I wouldn't have to expose myself to potential poison point like this. But we're fine. Oh, you're so strong. Maybe I could have won if my Pokemon was holding a berry. There are boulders blocking the way inside the cavern. I think a Pokemon's hidden move will be able to smash those boulders, though. You think correctly, child. If memory serves, there's not a whole lot of value to going left right now. Are you raising different kinds of Pokemon? If you only have the same type of Pokemon, you'll have a hard time against types it's weak to. Yeah, tell me about it. First time I played through Pokemon White 2, I was doing it in hard mode and realized when I got to Clay that my entire team was weak to ground. What kind of person are you to be drawn here by the scent of flowers? I don't think that's what drew me here. So, just a regular person, really. One downside about using the set battle style, switch training is not going to be so easy. It was a strong trainer who was drawn here by the scent of flowers. By the way, have you collected new apps from the Pokémon Company? Nope. But that's fine. Hey, let me show off my bug Pokemon. What if I don't wanna?
Magikarp may be level 10, but it still can't take on a Bidoof. Give me a sec here. Okay. Dinner plans, etc. Bug Pokemon grow quickly and they do stuff like poison and paralyze, and they're cute yet cool. You gotta believe me, they're good. Ah yes, the first game in which doubles trainers would approach you. We can one-shot this trainer, can't we, Liz? We're the strongest in our class. Also the first game in which doubles trainers have both of the trainers talk. Okay, Magikarp, we will swap you out for someone else who needs XP. And Monferno, we will have you burn one of these rats. I know they're squirrels, but still. I'm allowed to be rude to them. And they are rude to my Abra. Oh, it lived. Let's try and keep the XP relatively contained by swapping back to Magikarp. And we'll get rid of this rat for sure this time. One thing I like about Pachirisu's cry, it's one of those Pokemon cries that you can actually hear the Pokemon's name in if you're listening for it. Like, I know it's not perfect because the sound quality isn't quite there, but like, you can kind of hear it. Okay, I guess we'll just leave Magikarp in if I'm to try and keep the XP contained. Yeah, did you hear it there? Like, it's certainly got a 4-syllable cry. Oh, but wait. This trainer is really happy about beating us, Liv. Am I? It was a foregone conclusion. This trainer will brag about beating us, Liz. Will I? It was a foregone conclusion. Oh, hey, it's a Badoo. Shame I don't want to bother with the happiness evolution. Putting a happiness evolution before a stone evolution is just super lame.
And now our monkey is the level we need our fish to be. And now that we've reached a Pokemon Center, let's go ahead and heal up. And then we will do what is required and stand on the dot of the Pokeball while we save to quit. Because that's it for this stream. So thanks for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back with more of this. Not tomorrow because I'm busy, but Tuesday. See you then, friends.